So again, I call on the People's National Party to engage stakeholders like you, Uncle Howard, Bratton Dye, and everybody else, Dr. Oren Cole,
yes,
Uncle Hugh Blair, all of us, because we have a part to play in this Jamaica.
True.
The change of Jamaica affect all of we. We the out here put our voices, our face, our livelihood at risk because we know that we love our country. It's not because we're not nothing for do. It's because we have a love for our country. The Prime Minister is running a demagogue, which is ruling under fear.
Yes.
And he's always going to use fear to trouble the Jamaican people. Hence the reason why he said, meet your maker or you meet the judge. You understand? Those words are corner shop, gunman, workless boy type of talking. That is unbecoming, unprecedented of our Prime Minister. Jamaica deserves better. That's what we're getting from our leaders is garbage. The next word is cockistocracy, where we are being governed by the least among us. When we hear Christopher Tufton coming out after a failing health ministry, and he coming out bawling about the US aid, listen, man, it shows that we weren't doing anything to move our country forward. They talk about we weren't borrowing any money, and we have borrowed money over $300 million US, which is on the website of the Ministry of Finance. But because we don't read it, also we have borrowed over $900 million, and that is on the website of IMF. We borrowed that $980 million in 2023. Yeah? So what they're telling us that they're not doing is a lie. All lies. Dana Morrison-Dixon come out and tell a lie every single time she get. And we need to look at these things and strategically plan against it. We have to give the Jamaican people a voice. We have to remember that this problem affects all of us. And I mean all of us. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Rasta, whether you're a ballad, whether you're a church goer, or whether you're an artist. So no wonder you see the artists coming out. Jamaica's in shambles. When the Prime Minister come out and declare the roads, the state of the roads, a national emergency, that is an indictment on the Prime Minister and his government. That is a national disgrace. And the Jamaican people must know you for who you are and your party. So don't feel like they don't know what they're doing when they come out here with Marlon Morgan and other people. And it's constant. Somebody taught me the other day, well, a couple months ago, he said there is a pattern in chaos. And I said, no, there's no pattern in chaos. What you're talking about? And he said, well, what is consistent about chaos? That you always have chaos.
You have organized chaos.
Organized chaos. And that is what Marlon Morgan is. And these vloggers. So the battle of the mind, your little tricks, Mr. Prime Minister, they're of schoolboy type of tricks. The Jamaican people don't need tricks. They don't need promise of prosperity.
Yes.
They need change and progress for a better life. People, be very cognizant of the fact that we're under a food war internationally. So you see that seeds that you used to throw away, scratch the dirt and plant it. From 1972, Michael Manley said, grow what you eat and eat what you grow. With tariff that US had put on China, 10%, 25% on Canada, and also Mexico. That will have a knock-on effect to Jamaica, where we are depending on mass import over $1 billion US in import. So it is time for us to look at food security. Can I just play one thing and then I will go? Please and thank you, because every time I hear this piece, trust and believe me, Jamaica and Jamaicans, fellow brothers and sisters here and in the diaspora, this is the truth if no truth was never spoken. Hear this from me now, please.
The Judas wears the color of our skin.
The hills fought, bled, and stood their ground. The redcoats fled unable to win. They agreed on a treaty and signed it they did. For years those hills lay peacefully and unbothered by all government who came after to govern the lower lands. But, as old folks say, pig are your own soul. Meaning, beware of the Judas who wears the color of your skin. He looks like your brother, but he will sell you for a shilling. The Judas who wears the color of our own skin decided to disrupt the sleeping peaceful people up in the hills. But like Judas, greedy like Scrooge, he went to the paleman and took their offers of riches and gold. Our kids and women vanish daily without anyone to tell what has happened to them. No, the Judas cares zero to him. It matters not what has become of them. Instead, we see strangers, or investors as he says they are. But our question is, investors, because honestly, where does the investment go? Our teachers, nurses, and bright minds, just like the wind, they up and go. The Judas who wears the color of our skin promised prosperity. But this is disastrous and nothing far from captivity. Minus the gallows, cat-o'-nine whips, and shackles. But then again, wages are shut down and strangled, and they are burdensome to many. Shackled by high crime and backer master who is poverty, has its boots on the neck and the sword. Those who shook Scrooge's hand to the promise of more and more gold, our own have fooled us once again. Yes, there are no slave ships on our shores, but some of us on the flats are hooked, are standing our ground and putting up a hell of a fight. Our enemy is the Judas who wears the color of our skin. He has sold the flatlands and now he's after the hills.
Thank you, everybody. The word is love. Everybody know who the Judas is. Trust me. Just type it and tell Dre and the rest of the world who the Judas who wear the color of our own skin. Forward with the PNP. Forward with Marky G. The word is always love. Blessings, my brother Trey and everybody.
All right, Jamaica, big up yourself. Blessings every time.
Before we go on to Morgan, give me my time now to talk about the conference. You notice how me there for the longest while I'm not saying nothing.
All right, Morgan, you next, and Morgan going to wrap up the show. So, but yes. When your comrade Blair speak, but all right, Howard, say your piece.